Alright, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon on December 12th, 2012, 12/12/12. And once again, I'm Brandon Tony, and today's topic is DeMarcus Cousins versus O.J. Mayo. Now, if you happen to watch the Kings and the Mavericks game on Monday night, game where the Mavericks single-handedly beat the Kings in ugly fashion, you probably watched the little incident where DeMarcus Cousins, well, I guess according to him, unintentionally, punched O.J. Mayo right in the man area. Well, after the game, O.J. Mayo, he didn't take that little whack to the you-know-what area kindly, as well. Once again, mouthed off. Just mouthed off from DeMarcus Cousins, saying that he has mental issues and that the fact that he has a big maturity problems. DeMarcus Cousins yesterday got the word about it, and I told the Sacramento Bee that O.J. Mayo, basically saying that O.J. Mayo has got some issues also, and over the fact that he doesn't have a great image. Quote from Cousins. So I want to talk about it. Now, as a person that lives in Sacramento, I watch every single Kings game. And I've been watching Cousins go back to his days at Kentucky. And so far, his first couple seasons with the Kings. And without a doubt, he still got some growing to do maturity-wise. He's had some issues. 3 times he's gotten into it with his teammates. Got to it, when Paul Westphal was the coach, and even in my opinion, I'm glad he's not the coach anymore, because Westphal has not been great with young guys. He's the kind of coach that's better with veteran players. So, and ever since Westphal left, you saw DeMarcus Cousins felt like I felt like Westphal was trying to holding his hand. Cousins, I think, has kind of elevated himself. You see him getting doubles per game, double-digit points, double-digit rebounds. But he still has the little attitude problems. The technical fouls. Got to cut down on that. That was a problem last year and so far this year. The comments he made about Spurs color analyst Sean Elliott. Now, it wasn't necessary, and of course, when he got ejected game against Utah, based on that foul call, he picked up 2 technicals. We all know the foul was questionable, but it's got to learn. You got to stay away from the rest. So with that being said, Cousins still got a little grown up to do. This guy has some talent. He can ball. He can grab rebounds, but he still got some learning to do. And especially on a team that's, let's face it, not very good. It's different from Kentucky when he was winning all the time. With that being said, though, O.J. Mayo, who the hell does he think he is? What the hell does he? What gives him the right to open up his mouth and talk? O.J. Mayo, let's just remind him, maybe he has forgot, he has a little record of his own as well. In case he might have forgot, or Chris, you might have forgot, let's remind him about his little incident at the University of Southern California. He accepted improper benefits and got in trouble by the NCAA. In the NBA, he has some troubles as well. Member of the Memphis Grizzlies for 4 seasons. One of the incidents, well, you might recall, he got into a fight on the plane with then teammate Tony Allen over gambling debt. Then all for the critics and say, DeMarcus Cousins, he doesn't get along with teammates. Well, O.J. Mayo, for a guy that wants to criticize Cousins on maturity, well, get into a fight with a team player on the plane, Mr. Mayo, I don't think that's very mature at all. So who's for you to talk about maturity? And then, let's be real mature. So if you want to talk about maturity, Mr. Mayo, let's go back to January 2011. And tell us more about your 10-game suspension for testing positive for the use of steroids. Tell me more about that. Tell me about all those little troubles you had in the past. I was reading the article on ESPN today that says that since July that O.J. Mayo's been a good citizen. And the fact that he scored 20.8 points per game, he's 8th in the league in scoring. Well, that's great. I'm glad he's becoming a good citizen. But that still doesn't give you the right to open up your mouth and talk about DeMarcus Cousins. We all know Cousins has some issues. But coming from a guy, I'd rather hear that from a guy that has a clean record, not from a guy that has a history of immature behavior. A guy that tested positive for steroids. A guy that got into a fight on the plane with a fellow teammate a while back. That's not very mature. That's not making good decisions, mister. So for you to get on Cousins is outright ridiculous. As far as the media always coming down on Cousins, look, especially folks on ESPN like Colin Cowherd and all that. Why on earth are you so concerned about the Kings? Why are you so concerned about them? Now you want to be all concerned about DeMarcus Cousins and the Kings, when all day you guys talk about the Lakers and the Heat. Oh, and the Clippers. Just concerned about them. Now you want to bag on Cousins. And I watched the little highlight. I mean, you're going to fast motion. Sometimes things happen. Cousins didn't mean to, hit him right in the groin area, right in the man area. But hey, sometimes things happen. But with DeMarcus Cousins and his little track record, of course, I think in some ways it's going to be a double standard. He's a target. Anything he does that's questionable, the media they're going to blow it up because of his little track record at University of Kentucky, his little track record in high school, and so far in the NBA with the Kings. Of course, they're going to blow it out of proportion. I'm not saying I'm fully defend Cousins. Like I said, he got some maturity to do. He's got some growing up to do. But for crying out loud, he's not like the only player that's immature. But being DeMarcus Cousins, of course, he's going to get the bad treatment. And I don't, really understand why the media hasn't come down on O.J. Mayo. Yeah, they mentioned about his troubles, but they didn't blow it out of proportion. But I guess it is what it is. So I'll just wrap it up like this. A, the media, get off Cousins' back. Because despite his little attitude, he has played a lot of good games. He's averaging double-doubles per game. He was top 5 in the NBA last season in double-doubles. And you guys didn't focus on that. You focused on maturity. As far as Cousins and Mayo, well, both of them need to grow up. Cousins, I already said it already. But Mayo, you know what? Hey, better, when you get your, hands clean, when you get your, cleaned up, then you know what? Then you earn the right to criticize other players. But until then, keep your mouth shut. And that's my comment for today.